Hi, today we're going to look at absolute value equations and inequalities, different kind of special solutions with them. So I want to solve each one of these using inverse operations, always starting with adding and subtracting, then multiplying and dividing to get the absolute value alone, and then we do it all again. So let's try it. Let's start with adding and subtracting. Take care of the 5. We're going to say plus 5 to both sides, rewrite. You might be asking yourself, what's so special about this? Nothing. We're doing the same stuff that we would, all these are the same rules. Multiplication, let's do division. So we divided both sides by 4. Absolute value, 3 plus 5n equals negative, where are we at, 7? Okay, so stop, big time. Stop and pause. Now we need to take the time to actually read what our answer is here. So we have the absolute value of anything equals negative 7. So whenever you take the absolute value of something, you're always looking for the distance away from 0. The distance away from 0, when you're talking about distance, it's going to be a positive number. How far away from 0 is negative 100? Well, it's 100 steps. So your answer is 100. How far away from 0 is the number positive 50? 50. Your answer is always going to kind of be that. It's always going to be that positive answer. So here I'm saying an absolute value problem, absolute value of something equals a negative answer. That's not possible. So let's just leave it there and say that it's not possible. We can't just stop and run away. We have to say, though, no solution. When you take the absolute value of something, you do not get a negative answer. This right here is saying something's wrong, move on. Let's try it again, this time with absolute value, or with an inequality. And I know it says graph, there's nothing to graph with, the equation, but we're going to graph something here with these next two. So start off the same way. Add 6, goodbye. 8, multiply. Okay, and we get, where are we at? Negative 64. Divide. Okay, so again, once you get the absolute value alone, before we rewrite twice, stop, pause, think. The absolute value is less than a negative number. The answer to an absolute value should be a positive. So we're saying a positive number is less than a negative? That doesn't make sense. Here, no solution. You can't always get a positive. It can't be smaller than a negative. That statement is wrong. But we still need to graph this. So what does that graph look like? That. It's blank. It's empty. There's nothing we can put on it because there is no number that's an answer. So we leave it blank. Let's try it again. Same setup. -9. Bring everything down. Divide. Those are gone. Rewrite. -18, yes. Okay. So going with our track record of saying, all right, absolute value, I see a negative as an answer, we should say no solution. Wrong. Here, we have to read what's going on. We have absolute value. The answer to an absolute value should be positive. Okay. Is a positive number greater than or equal to a -18? Is a positive greater than a negative? Well, yeah, positives are always bigger, always greater than a negative number. This makes sense. This will always make sense then. So in that case, instead of saying no solution, we're going to say many solutions, or infinite solutions. Now we need to graph that because we have an inequality. So there's your inequality line. If we say many solutions are infinite many solutions, that means every number ever is an answer. So what does the graph look like? It's all colored in. That is absolute value equations and inequalities with special solutions.